It's do or die time here, folks. PRX against the ropes. They need to at least get a tie here or make it real close if they want to move on here into the playoffs. SeekNStrike, and with me here is the Hound. We're going to be bringing you our final map of the day here. We are going to be now on Bind. On attack is PRX. What are you looking forward to here, Bind? Hound?
I'm looking for a more aggressive PRX. I would like to see the same level of scrappiness that we saw in Haven, but with the fact that Haven was very interesting indeed and very revealing for the first 6 rounds, at least for the side
Definitely.
of VS. I'm wondering whether or not that VS has already made the adjustments and whether or not the adjustments that PRX have made will be enough to counter the efficiency as well as the aggression that comes in from Vision Strikers in this final round.
You bring up a really great point about those first 6 rounds. A little bit scrappy, a little bit just, street fight, right? I think that's what they really need to be bringing here. Now, Haven is a map that's kind of unique that really allows you to play a little bit more scrappy, a little bit more fast and loose because there's 3 sites, because it's really easy for attackers to just move around. Bind, it's going to be a little bit more difficult here. Once that utility is dropped, the majority of it anyway, you're kind of going to have to commit to a site here as we are now loading on in. Taking a look, anything too surprising? Is it another mirror matchup? It appears to be another mirror matchup here. Jet, Brimstones, Cyphers, Sovas, and the last one is going to be that Breach. So no surprises there. Both teams playing quite meta here, and we'll see how they set up as we will have Vision Strikers again starting on the defense.
Well, let's take a look at how this pistol round is going to transpire. Now, what are some of the biggest issues that are facing members of VS on defense here?
The biggest problems, I think, are going to be trying to establish that make it the B short control, as well as making sure that no one is confident in pushing through A short, right? You have 2 excellent people you can put there for the Vision Strikers, being Zest and JB, right? So I wouldn't be too surprised. You can already see Zest actually playing quite aggressively now. Will drop down from window to make sure no one's lurking through arches. Instead, he probably should have stayed a bit longer, as Retla just clearing utility here. So I would expect to see that after the pistol round, but PRX, they're going to be playing very slow and patient here. Maybe trying to fake him out, dropping some utility in the window, and instead making a push through showers.
All right, so showers could be where all of the fight is going to be transpiring here, but 3 members already down and holding on towards A.
Wow, what a read by Stax, though. That'll slow him down for sure.
Very nicely done there from Stax. Going to go for the flashes here and some of the smokes coming into U-Haul. So we do see that members of PRX right now are going to go for the plant, but Zest will be able to take out Pandemonia for first blood, looking towards getting some of these shots off. We do see RB right now going to drop some of those smokes. Very nicely done to dash and tailwind into it. Goes for the glow slate shot, but Egoist will be able to take down 2 with some good well-aimed shot, but oh my goodness, Zest misses it out, and it's going to be a Retla that is left alongside his teammate here. Ooh, Retla.
Good stuff. I think this is exactly what we need to see. I think PRX played that extremely well. We saw RB with the shorty actually try and push those hiding behind the truck in A short, but they noticed, they saw he has the strength up close. Let's go ahead and stand way back. They set up the crossfire as well later on in the round to be able to pick off the kill onto Zest, and they secure the round. Great stuff there, as PRX will take our opening round.
Well, let's take a look at whether or not PRX will be able to make or break members of VS, will be able to break members of VS here, as they are going to be coming into B short. No one going to be going into teleporter here. Pandemonia has been taken out from Glow with some shots inside the smoke. Very unfortunate for the side of Glow, as we do see another casualty for the side of VS in the form of King. And nicely done for the side of Brandon.
A Vandal already with now armor. That's a bit of a glass cannon build here. Against just pistols, though, they're feeling quite confident as RB. Oh, there we go. Now that's looking pretty good. Can he pick up an SMG? It could help him turn this one around, as that is now the lurker put down. And finally, that ultimate orb secured, which they actually lost a member for earlier on. Very, very risky play, to be quite honest. You know you're going to be up against SMGs. You have no armor. You can't really move when you're being hit here, as we have another lurker here, Hound.
All right, Retla here with 100 HP. Oh my goodness.
Peeked the wrong way.
RB, very sneaky indeed, and it seems that Retla was peeking on the wrong side, but RB gets taken down indeed here by Brendan. It's going to be a 2v1 here, with the VS having one member left standing in the form of Sova, but with very little HP left.
Yeah, he's basically one shot with any of these SMGs, so he's in a real bad spot up against a Vandal, as he will be forced back, and very nice shot indeed out from Egoist, who switches over to Ghost for that accuracy, picking up the second round. Nice stuff there, but now the real test, Hound, is how will they fare against the full buy coming out from VS, because they didn't really go for anything too expensive that round, and now obviously the Vandals and armor coming through.
All right, so let's take a look at how some of these teams are going to be working with one another, and in terms of how they are going to be, how they are looking to close out this lead here, because PRX is maintaining both of these teams are going to be able to be fully kitted out. Some of them may not have the full armor comparatively, some of them only having light armor, so that could be a very interesting determining factor. Oh, you've got to be careful though. There goes one, but no, RB will be the one that takes out Egoist. Very good first blood here for the side of VS, and it seems that the tables have turned and the fortunes may be in favor of the bold for the side of PRX. But wow. Seems that JD
That's the
Faker...
spike down too, Hound. Oh, that's not what you need.
Oh boy, that was just bad coming in from the side of PRX. The tables have turned, and fortune smiles upon the members of VS with a flawless round. I don't think we will be seeing a 0-6 round here, as we do see that VS was able to steal out at least one round pretty early on comparatively to Haven.
Yeah, and actually PRX for them, very mixed economy here. They're not going to be able to full buy. I think they're going to go for a bit of an eco here early on. No heavy armor here on Brandon with that shorty. Expect to see some really great plays from him. But VS, they're really prioritizing that shower orb. You see, for the second round in a row, they play very aggressively. This time they actually get the pick, and they get the lurker. They look for anyone else that's behind him. Don't find anyone, so that gives them the information they need to know that they are going to be going B. Lets the team play aggressively and set up for the defense, and really, I don't think PRX responded very well in that situation, to be quite honest. I think they should have played either back towards showers, back towards B, or just back off and look for a pick there. Unfortunately, they kind of just let VS come to them, as we're already kicking it off here in this round.
All right, so let's take a look at how members of PRX are going to be handling this with a deficit here. There's going to be a very aggressive push. Stack as well as King will be able to take down Retla and Brandon respectively, as we do see quite a bit here. Stacks will be able to take JD Faker from behind the wall. Very nicely done here, as Egoist bugs out and doesn't want none of this.
No, they might still pick up the kill onto him though. Oh, Slacks, you didn't hear those hit markers? Are you sure?
I'm quite surprised by that, though.
Yeah, that is surprising indeed. Anyway, he's going to be counting his lucky stars that they decided not to continue spraying him down, going for the peak as the round will end. It's okay, you only really had a sheriff. It's not worth the risk, really, in my opinion, for it to keep shooting and perhaps let him rotate on, swing over wide and one-tap you in that range from the sheriff, because you'd have to rebuy a rifle, whereas he only spent 800 credits there for the sheriff. So I think overall, not too surprising to see that spray stop, but it's going to be 2-2 here now. Rifles, and now the operator coming out here for Brandon, going for that a little bit of a paper cannon build here. Not quite glass cannon, because he does have that light armor, but he's going to be up against a full buy here, so keep that in mind as we see him play a bit aggressive.
Well, Paper X right now may actually be moving from the mid side here, or at least the B short, and that's going to be very interesting indeed, because this might signify a push towards B. Whether or not they will be able to get it, no. We still see Glow being able to take down 2. Retla will be able to take down King as well in that particular exchange. We do see Smoke's going to be dropping down onto Hookah. Very good stuff here being shown from the side of VS. It's like clockwork working for them.
Yeah, they did Cypher ulti, however, here on the side of PRX. They noticed that there's less bodies in A. They now have rotated 2 back over. Because of the nature of split, you still have to keep 2 in B, so it's going to be a 3v2 push. Now they're going to start the rotations on over from CT with the spike already going down. A 3v2, but they're in very good position to retake this site already.
Oh, Stacks was able to take down JD Faker. Nicely done from behind cover will not be punished by any members of PRX here. We do see that members of PRX already down for 2, whereas VS will have 4. So it is going to be a very bad one. Redlock will be able to take down 1, but gets taken down in return. And we do see the bug out coming in from the side of Brandon.
Oh no, they got the operator.
As well as the operator gets taken down for the count. Stacks will be able to take 3 in a row, and that's just unfortunate as Stacks will drop that operator onto RB, and it is, I mean, it's historically shown that RB with that operator can be a doozy to deal with.
Yeah, I'm actually a little bit surprised that they're going to give it over to RB. I think it's mostly because he's on the jet. Normally, Zest is going to be the operator holder, so I suspect we might see a little bit of a sneaky tomfoolery where he's going to go for an early pick B short. If he doesn't find anyone, he's going to give that operator back to Zest and perhaps rotate on over to B. But we'll see what they decide to go for here on board now with Pandemonium.
Right, so we're going to be seeing how Pandemonium is going to be working on. Oh, look at that. Zest now in a lot of trouble here, but luckily enough, Hunter Spirit will not be able to hit on him accordingly. We do see now JD Faker taking some shots, throwing some shots in, not going to be able to land anything. As we do see King right now getting on to Pandemonium. Nicely done. Goes for the throw and gets the peak, but no, Egoist gets it despite being on the disadvantage.
Yeah, surprise there. I think maybe they actually got a little bit distracted by the Cypher Hat, not expecting him to peek at that exact moment. But now Blow will go down. Brandon popping off. He's going to find 2 more now. Spike is down, and it's going to be up to RB, who's now teleported back over into Hookah.
Right, so let's take a look at how members of VS, RB, the last surviving member of VS, will be able to handle this off. He's got to be very wary of how he wants to be handling this. Gets flashed.
He just has the one lurking around. Retla.
Oh boy, Retla. Oh, nice stuff. Retla will be able to deliver death towards RB and will be able to pick up the operator for the next round. Drops it immediately, and it'll most likely go towards Brandon or JD Faker.
Yeah, they're going to be switching it up here, interestingly enough. Not giving that one towards the jet. Maybe still discussing it, but really, really nice post-plant take there by PRX. They set up 2 very, very defensively. They know the last one is going to be in window or hookah. So they send the Cypher on over to rotate on through, lurking to find the kill. Very, very nicely done.
Well, as we see it here, Pandemonium right now, members of PRX, looking towards getting a little bit of a split here, trying to decide where is the safest route. The route with less thorns here, as they are going to be looking for it. Very nicely done there onto Redla to take away the owl drone from the side of PRX, but we do see that they aren't going to be getting much out of that. As we do see now PRX trying to close it out and push it in.
Indeed. FPX here in a pretty good position. Now the box will make some noise. They're not going to get anyone to peek, though, from the cubby. Over from elbow. Nicely done, and that's going to trigger the peek out from Retla. He's going to pay heavily as Zest was at the ready. Like I said, they did swap that op on over. RB, though, still holding an angle as they're going to continue pushing through window.
Oh, very, very reckless and interesting indeed. 2 members down for the count, as well as the spike carrier, and Egoist decides, I'm not through, I'm done with this, and he gets out.
He's like, I don't know about that one, guys. I'll see you later. I'm going to save my rifle. Yeah, definitely Ego indeed, thinking of the self. He's got to be careful, though. They could very easily push through him against 5 Vision Strikers. They might actually hunt him down here, but they're a very restrained team. They don't really like to leave anything up to chance, so I suspect that they'll let him live with whatever weaponry he can get out of here with. It's not an operator. They know he can't find one, so they're very happy here to let him live without risking any bit to their economy.
Alright, so it's going to be 10 seconds left. Spike down for the count here. A little bit of Egoist takes advantage of that.
Yeah, he heard the gunshots and knew something was going down as they will not go into the teleporter. Oh, nice flash, but he's going to turn, and eventually they will be able to get that exit frag after the timer expires.
Very nicely done here, coming in from the side of VS, take down PRX, and immediately puts them in a state of bleeding credits.
Yeah, and with now they are only going to have actually the 1 Vandal. They can go for a half buy here. Oh, it's not going to really be with a Phantom nor a Vandal, though, so it's going to just be 1 Egoist. Yeah, I was going to say he's now going to go ahead and settle up and sell that Vandal instead. Go for the Sheriff and some light armor instead, as it's going to be an eco around here for PRX.
Very wise choice here coming in for the side of PRX, salvage whatever they can, but it seems that VS will be able to basically control them with the firepower that they have. Very interesting indeed to see whether or not members of PRX will be able to continue on here and try to get whatever advantages that they can from this exchange. Location has been revealed here with the trap wire having been trimmed, as we do see King right now will be able to get it. Very aggressive here coming in from the side of Brendan, but unfortunately firepower was not on his side. Ooh, Zest as well as King pushing it out. Stacks will be able to get JD Faker with some really good shots here.
Yeah, he's going to be hiding here in, I think he's in hookah. Yeah, he's in window. Indeed, as they're going to be capturing the ulti orb around him, looking for the wall bang onto him. Again, down to a 1v4. Doesn't have any smokes, no flashes, so it's very likely for him to perish here in this scenario. But I really like that setup there from Vision Strikers. They know they're, oh, that thought is now Egos has been scouted. Whoa, very nice one shot there with the Sheriff onto Slacks. But how many more can he actually get? That's my question. Is King pushing down the camera? Ego is continuing to fight here. Eventually backs himself into a corner and will get walled down. 3k there for King, but nice setup there by Vision Strikers. They knew they were up against an Ego, maybe even some, an Eco, maybe even some shorties, so they don't actually put anyone aggressively into window or hookah. You don't want to give them a Vandal and maybe give them into the round. So very, very nice defensive placement by Vision Strikers as they'll claim their 5th round here.
Right, very nicely done here coming in for the side of VS. We do see that there is going to be a bigger, not to say a similar style that happened in the first game, but we do see that it is a little bit more concise and consistent coming in from the side of Vision Strikers, whereas Paper Rex, they did have some of them moments, they did have some shining moments. However, those shining moments are few and far between whenever you're going up against someone like Vision Strikers.
Yeah, in particular, one of the opening rounds when you get the 2k in Garden, you're able to get in through arches, but it's been a while since then. It looks like they're going to try a second time for this. Zest able to avoid these sonars, doesn't even need to reveal his position quite yet. Hiding in Cubby, though he probably will be scouted, and Branded finding the peak there with the Operator. One will take the support. Actually, they're going to rotate on over to A.
Very, very interesting choice here.
Yeah, lucky not to get off.
This?
I don't know. I mean, they knew that RB there was missing. He was either going to be mid or waiting for them at the port, and they're very lucky that he actually doesn't connect the shot. Oh, and now the orbital strike forcing one out. Slacks will go down. Egoist now back into the port they go, hoping that they overcommitted for the rotation, and indeed they did, as this site completely open. Now, back of site, Hound, can they actually get it done?
Oh, some good stuff there being shown by King, but Egoist will be taken down from... But Egoist will be able to take him down. There goes the plant glow right now with the Sim Beacon nearby. We'll have a little bit of extra fire rates here, but I don't think that's going to be working out. Brandon here coming in from the back, lurking and keeping it very sneaky indeed. But JD Faker will take down Glow and steal this 9th round away as we head into round number 10.
Really good awareness there from PRX. They knew that one of them snuck away there through back of sight. We knew he was going to be going into elbow. Probably assumed he was going to go for the wide peak, so they set up very nicely for that. The one man in window will drop, but they are easily able to pick up the kill and the round. One away from equalizing now, going into our 10th round here. Everyone with rifles and ops, and in fact, it's mostly phantoms here for Vision Strikers, which we usually actually don't see them with. They're actually a real Vandal kind of team, so maybe they're just switching it up here a little bit, practicing, but we'll see how it works out for them here.
Yeah, let's hope for the best for them, as we do see some of those shots coming off, or will not be able to take down Pandemonia. Will not be able to take down anything for the side of PRX. Very unfortunate for them, as we do see that coming in from the side of Vision Strikers now. Oh, tagging out and getting as much information as they can here. I think this is going to be a very good one. Will they actually go and commit towards the defense onto B? We do see 3 members of VS onto A side here. As 2 members of B, we do see that there's going to be a third. 2 members going as well, the Spike, onto Hookah, while the others are going through the other side.
Yeah, indeed. Let's see what they can get done here. They are going to be holding some tight angles, as peeking with the Operator will be our Jet. Now the Stim is in place, maybe prepared to go, and the orbital strike rather make that. He's ready here, Hound. He's going to be targeting that one, and as in it goes into the enemies in Hookah, forcing them back. We should see the rest of Vision Strikers now follow up on this, but instead they're forced out. PRX are not actually going to take too much damage from this.
Very interesting indeed here. Not the most efficient orbital strike that we have seen thus far. However, it does do what it's supposed to do, which is delay the push that's coming in.
Yeah, good
Molly
point.
has
Wow.
been dropping down, but wow, what was that? That was just flawless coming in from the side of Vision Strikers.
Yeah, well pointed out there, Hound. You're exactly right. They did actually really slow down that push. It forces the people holding arches, hoping to push along with their comrades out through the window to just stay. At that point, there's only 30 seconds left in the round. They have to commit here. This round does really matter for them, as now they're going to be forced to eco. I'm surprised they didn't want to save, but with 4 members still alive at the 30-second mark, we're feeling pretty confident. Vision Strikers, though, they've had enough time, set up a very, very good defense, and are able to punish that bit of confidence out from PRX. We'll see how they recover.
Yeah, let's see how members of PRX are able to recover. I do believe that the point differential isn't that high, but we do see some exchanges here coming in from both these teams. There goes one on the side of RB, and immediately Tailwind's out of there. Got to be careful. There goes another one. Egoist immediately comes in back into the smoke.
They're still chasing.
Oh, they're going to be chasing him. Got to be careful though. Pandemonia was able to damage him slightly, but will not be punishing him too much in this particular situation, as we do see smokes now are going to be coming down towards the A side. Very good coordination there coming in, but we do see PRX right now getting taken down for the count. Another flawless round for the side of VS.
They honestly, I'm going to borrow a term here from the MOBA community, in which this is generally more relevant compared to the FPS genre, but they really, FB did just a make that JV with the operator really did such an excellent job of kiting out the entire team. They got bloodlusted there. They saw an operator, they saw a jet, and they chased one of the most mobile agents in the game. I actually can't believe I just saw that.
Yeah, I think that was a bit of a mental thought there. I think the commitment to actually take down RB was a little bit ham-fisted in a sense, right?
Yes.
And I felt that it was, in a sense, shooting yourself in the foot coming in from the side of PRX. Let's hope that they are able to realize that and are looking towards mitigating some of these more ham-fisted plays and played a little bit more conservatively.
Yeah, it was a half buy, so there's a bit of a justification there. They need to get these early picks to actually take a site, right? They basically all in on A and just got slapped for it. But so I definitely see the overall strategy they're going for, but focusing on the jet, especially after you force her back to U-Haul, drop your smokes. I think from there, you just run your sets, you acknowledge there's an enemy in U-Haul, and don't really go all stir crazy over that one. Completely agree with you there, Hound. It's
RB onto Brendan.
He's just popping off already.
Just outside of showers, just denies him the entry and just denies him his life. There goes the Rolling Thunder here. Some of them are going to be popped up, and look at the push coming in from the side of Stacks and Zest. Oh my goodness. Almost 3 kills for the side of Stacks, and that was just purely painful coming in from the side of PRX. One last surviving member left.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised that they're not just on.
30 seconds left.
We still a member in B. I don't know why. I mean, and now they're going to rotate on over. They know where the spike is, presumably, so I'm surprised why there's even anyone in B, but it's not going to matter. Zest going to get the kill regardless, holding a tight angle there with the operator, making it 8-4 at the switch.
Switching
Three rounds all together in a row.
All flawless.
Flawless for the side of VS. Now let's take a look at this play here coming in right there. The Rolling Thunder coming in from Stacks was just beautiful. Being able to get all 3, and the follow-up from Stacks. There goes 1, there goes 2, and there goes 3 with Zest as well coming in to contribute in that particular Rolling Thunder. That was just beautifully done. That was just coordination, peak perfection right there.
Honestly, I think you got to start writing your last will and testament if you do get hit by a Rolling Thunder, because VS, they capitalize on that so nicely. The team rotating from both directions. They don't know where they're coming from. They can't even react in time because they're still stunned, and they just get absolutely punished there. Short. Great stuff out from Vision Strikers. That's the coordination we're more used to seeing out of them.
Yeah, and I guess it would be fair judgment to say that Vision Strikers aren't exactly the quickest starters.
No.
They do take quite a bit of time to just get into the flow, but once they do, it's just flow state for them.
It really
and
is.
They will be able to just continue on. The consistency that VS plays at is pretty high here. Glow VLTR will be taking in a little bit of damage here.
That is a caveat once they get started, right? Like you mentioned, because if they're not started yet, if not warmed up, it's like an old engine. Sometimes you gotta hit it on the side to actually get that thing running here, as we see now in U-Haul on board with JD Faker.
And sometimes when you have that slow start, you could actually give out quite a bit of advantages here.
What? He's blind!
Oh wow! JD Faker, how was he able to do that though? I'm quite suspicious about that. That looked quite suspicious. But
I mean, maybe just muscle memory, right? You played so many times there. It is the breach meta, you know. In these guys' pubs, they're getting flashed constantly 3 times in a row. A very common defensive position there, so I'll give him the benefit of the doubt as a professional player of this caliber, you know. And again, I mean, it's still going to be Vision Strikers. Pardon me, securing that round for themselves, but a nice job there. Quick pickoff is at least going to help you feeling a bit good. Oh, a Bucky coming out, our first one of the day, if I'm not mistaken. My favorite weapon, Hound.
Yeah, I've heard the meme. I've heard the meme. And yesterday we were graced with one team that went all 5 Buckies, and I...
2 rounds in a row.
2 rounds in a row, yeah, which was a very questionable decision, but
it almost
hey,
worked.
You know, if it works, it works. You know, if it doesn't, it doesn't. Who am I to judge, right?
Yep.
So we do see... Excuse me. We do see coming in from the side of Vision Strikers here. A little bit of action here, Brandon. Oh no, very unfortunate here, and not even a single strike that is going to be on the receiving end for the side of VS that pushed out that B short just now. Very unfortunate for them.
Yeah, now they know there's a Bucky there, so he's probably going to be very less willing to commit without another teammate. So now the reinforcements with King lurking through sight. He's looking for one. He's found one now in the back of B to the connector, Hound.
All right, so connector is going to be... B Hall has been taken out. Excuse me, Retla has been able to take down King with the revenge here. The Bucky has been picked up. Not exactly a good place for him to fire it out. Gonna try and push it out. There goes the recon bolt, as we do see. RB, what were you doing? Retla, what were you doing?
It's a good effort. That is a one shot at that range. You just got to hit the headshot. A bit more difficult. Unfortunately, the shorty significantly nerfed. RB easily able to claim that 3K with that round with the Spectre. And that's going to be a 10-4 lead here after the second round. But now we got a full buyout from PRX rather, so do expect to have to see them have a little bit more life in them. It's all Vandals, actually just all Spectres and 1 Vandal. Light armor, a bit of mix of heavy and light armor, but interestingly VS have chosen not to update whatever Spectres they could get across, so their next round is going to be looking pretty good regardless if they win or lose here.
Well, it's going to be interesting to see how members of PRX are going to be making that to their advantage here. Looking at the full buys coming in from the side of PRX, it's going to be Phantoms and Vandals all around, so I do believe that this could be very interesting. I did see that I think 1 or 2 members of VS was holding on to a Spectre, if I'm not mistaken, not entirely sure. There goes 1 from the side of Brendan onto RB. Pandemonia will be able to take the one down 1 more. However, Glow will end that streak coming in towards a Pandemonia as they're going to be hitting onto a short. And could be an opportunity for him to go into U-Haul here from bathrooms, excuse from showers. There goes the recon arrow trying to get as much information as they can. And it seems that the shot from Retla from far range was a pretty good one here as they're going to be going for the flank for the side of VS. And 1 more player standing for the side of VS, and this could be bad here. And there it goes. 1 more win for the side of PRX.
That's exactly right now, and they're in a bit of a difficult spot here with this likely 11th round going the way of VS. PRX, they did buy out for that one, so we're likely to see, we'll see even, I mean, even a half buy here is, I wouldn't even recommend. We still even have those Spectres for VS, but they're going to have to buy here lest they be capped on credits. Great stuff here. And it's just a really hard hold, but they will at least get those extra credits from the plants. Something that never ceases to amaze me, Hound, is how well a player can just sit behind no cover, spray down another, and be still ready to spray the third down without panicking. It's just ice in the veins, just super calm. I can never understand this mentality. I will never not panic as soon as I see more than 1 enemy agent looking in my direction on my screen.
I think it's similar to how you go to the gym every day, you lift weights, and
I do that, yes.
And you get conditioned to it, right? I mean, the more stress that you put your body through or your mind through, you get conditioned to it. I think the similar thing applies to this.
No, I mean, obviously, I'm memeing here, but yeah, very, very true for you, right? You just got to put yourself in this mentality, like. I'm sure you know, it's like you used to be a fighter, right? It's just a different mentality. You got to be prepared to get hit and hit right back.
Oh yeah, you got to keep fighting, and I believe that both these teams are learning, not to say learning, are fighting it out and experiencing it with each return, but JD Faker, man, another one goes down, but oh my goodness, Egoist gets taken out. Third kill for JD Faker. What is going on, JD Faker? You up to something suspicious too?
Very, very big round for PRX for our Singaporean neighbors, as they will now be only down 4. Again, the economy for VS is actually now in a bit of a rough spot after that second loss, so that they might be going for a bit of a save round here. So expect to see 10-7 here unless something goes wrong for PRX. Other than that, we'll see how they want to set up here for the attack. Expect them to go in hard, to go in fast, and guns a-blazing. Plenty of utility, of course, with the breach, with the brim, for you to rush in and take a site and earn yourself a bit of extra credits. Looks like PRX, they're setting up more for B, while Vision Striker's instead looking for A. But that's a good start for Brandon.
Being able to take down one. Only left with 10 HP here. Gotta be careful. That does get picked up from the side of RB. RB now taking some of these very aggressive shots. Zest will be able to take down one Pandemonium, but RB has been taken out for the count here. Beautifully done coming in from the side of Brandon, despite the fact only having 10 HP. We do see in showers right now. We'll be able to pick up a Phantom here.
Yeah, big pickup. Also the split push. They're really confused if you check over on B. They're not really sure where to go. There's one lurking there, still in windows, threatening to just one headshot them with a sheriff, and now Brandon holding a tight angle in showers. Oh, nicely done.
Zest now latest victim at Brandon's fire here with another third kill of the game and another headshot. We do see that the track is going to go down. Nothing much is going to be revealed, as we do see that members for the side of VS very gingerly and very patiently trying to go onto A side.
We did see the ultimate get charged there on Jet, so even if they lose this round, they still have a chance to get right back in it with the knives. But a very nice kill by Brendan. Give him the ace, Hound.
Yeah, let's hope he gets the ace here. Brandon gets it, and he gets it. Our first ace of the day, if I'm not mistaken.
Unfortunately, we did see one earlier today.
Oh,
I hate to break it to you. No, but hey, a very impressive ace. Yes, it is against an eco round, but still, there is a number there with a Phantom that could have very easily one-tapped him. Low HP, yet he sticks around and fights. This could be now maybe FPX or RPX reborn, perhaps.
Maybe, it could be. The Paper Tigers, excuse me, the Paper Rex is definitely showing the raw that they can here. As I mean, come on, don't get me wrong, you know, I mean, the Tyrannosaurus Rex does have really small hands, but it can bite your head clean off. And I don't know about you, but you show me a real life Rex made out of paper, I'll still get scared, bro. It's huge.
Tell you what, Chicago, where I grew up, Field Museum has got one of the most complete T-Rexes, the full T-Rex skeletons and fossils. They set it up in their main lobby. It's quite a sight to behold, Hound. I think I will not take my chances with Sue.
Exactly. So a little bit of dinosaur trivia right there, straight out of Chicago. But we do see now coming in from Japan and Singapore. Both these teams are going to be fighting off against one another. Ooh, very wise choice here coming in, trying to get as much information as he can get. Will not be able to communicate that much and not work out from it. But we do see that coming in from the side of VS is going to be a B push here. We do see coming in from Hookah too. The spike is going to be at Hookah as well. So this could be an opportunity for them to actually go into it. Quite an aggressive push. Two members from the side of PRX are on the other side here. Could be an opportunity for the side of Brimstone to go into the teleporter though.
Yeah, it's going to be a bit loud though. He's going to be holding on to that option for now because that's what the operator might open it up. Now the Hunter's Fury to follow through. King though, getting the shot on one. Stacks now falling below onto Retla. It's going to be a 2v2 scenario.
Oh, 2v1 scenario. 2v2, excuse me, yes. As we do see, alright, Pandemonium has been taken up for the count here. The last remaining player is going to be JD Faker. Will he be able to fake it out? There goes
10 seconds left.
the cyber cage here. Goes down for the plants.
They didn't fake it either. They stuck it. They were going to be able to get the kill on the one. And out to two. What a clutch for JD Faker. Able to take down a small correction. The South Korean team of Vision Strikers.
Very nicely done coming in from a PRX. Let's check out this play here. Very aggressive indeed. Tries to go for it. Waits for the fake and knows that the sound cue will be able to communicate it. Very unfortunate there coming in from the side of VS. Not looking to where they were supposed to look at.
Yeah, I think both players are unable to shoot actually through that metal there. So we were looking for the headshot. Both of them actually I don't want to say panicked, but under the duress of the situation, ended up spraying, so it was the first to get a headshot, and I think a little bit more beneficial positioning there for PRX as they're able to close the gap now down to 2, heading into our 19th round.
Alright, so we do see smokes now being dropped down onto the side of VS. VS right now denying a little bit of vision before they can proceed, so this could be a huge problem for the side of VS. Does really cut the push down by quite a bit for the side of VS, as PRX right now are going to be defending both the A and B side with 3 members on A and 2 members on B. As we do see the rotate is going to be coming in, very interesting indeed, very ballsy indeed, but it's not going to be enough here. Stack will be able to take down Brandon in reply for Redla taking down Zest.
That's a free B site though. They actually both took the Porter and they only actually get the Lurker for VS. Still a 4v4 scenario here as the Spike now being transported on over to B. The rest of the team actually coming from defender spawn here. It's going to be a bit of a difficult hold now as the Hellfire will be just a bit late.
Orbital Strike was just a little bit too late. Maybe a second earlier could have benefited them, but we do see 1, 2, nicely done there coming in from King. There goes the Rolling Thunder, will not be able to connect with anything but dead bodies there. As we do see Spycam has been dropped down. No information has been communicated, but PRX gets taken down for the again by King, resulting in the 3rd kill, and there we go. 1 more round in the pocket for the side of VS. 2 more rounds left in this game for VS to win if they want to walk away to 0-0ing PRX.
Yeah, we've got a really good economy though for PRX, so they do have enough for a full buy here, so not quite out of it yet as we do see the bodies getting ragdolled away because of the ulti coming through. Good stuff there, attention to detail, love to see it. Unfortunately, they really heavily committed. They were expecting way more be loitering in a lobby. Unfortunately, they only find Zest, and while that is a big kill for them, not going to be enough, but RB starting off the round with the pick onto Brandon and an operator perhaps to be swapped to. Oh, but he gets greedy, I think, turning it around. He misses the footsteps from Retla, who will be able to trade him off.
Alright, so some very good stuff here being shown from the side of VS as well as PRX. Both of these teams are keeping it very competitive. As you can see already, the Brimstone has a drop down the smoke. Oh my goodness, Zest, very, very sneaky indeed onto the side of JD Faker. JD Faker has the most flip-flopped in terms of the aim. Sometimes he's like an aim god, looks like he's hacking, and sometimes he just whiffs it so interestingly in some of these situations. So it can create some of those situations that make you go, you know, but at the same time, when you're going up at people at that range, sometimes it's just a matter of inches and miles.
It can be kind of hard to do, right? Oh, but look at how aggressive Egoist is. He's going to scout the 2 and U-Haul, even it up to a 2v2 here.
All right, there goes another flash there. Oh my god, that one tap onto Glow was just mean there. As
but the Hunter's Fury, they can't defuse. Now they can. He needs to run on over, but look who's in the way. As Egoist, my goodness, man. What a performance out from him to get that confident boost out through U-Haul and is able to clean up shop, claiming himself even another Phantom here, changing the skin. It gives him more power.
Gives him more power, definitely. The better the skin, the more animations, the more powerful you get as the game progresses. That's definitely a tried, true, scientifically proven stat right there. Yep. No confirmation bias at all.
Especially if it's an enemy.
Especially if it's an enemy's one, yes, exactly. So all the jokes aside here, let's take a look at what could be one of the determining rounds here for the side of VS. All of them buying out similar to the previous round. Nothing much is going to be changing. However, there could be a very interesting round coming in from PRX as they are going to be a little bit more proactive as Brandon will be able to take down Glow, but in return, the RB takes down Brandon himself. Redla will be able to take down King, but Stacks take down Redla.
Yeah, it's all popped off here in B long. They need reinforcements, but just the amount of people that were there for PRX, Vision Strikers, they're usually not used to their enemies playing so aggressively like that, coming and just dashing immediately out towards B long. Nicely done there by the Jet from PRX to really throw VS off of their feet there, no pun intended.
Alright, so all the puns and all the fun is definitely going to be a very stun kind of thing, but as we do see it here, B Hall right now is going to be going off with the flashes as well as the fault line. Nothing much is going to be produced out of it. We do see VS right now going for the spike plant with a 3v3. Oh, beautifully done from the side of RB from Hookah there to take them down. Just behind Metal Box there, had been taken down on Zest. Stacks as well. Could be another opportunity for the side of PRX. Oh, there goes the Blade Storm.
Yeah, waiting through the smoke, just lurking, daring him to peek, though that smoke still active, looking right at each other's down. He jumps. Pandemonia able to track him down perfectly midair, hitting him with the spray, and that's going to be 10-11 now in favor of VS. Just a 1-round difference between the two, and the money's not looking real great here for Vision Strikers at the moment. It's going to be at most a half buy, but that puts you in danger of losing the match here. So they've got a very difficult scenario here. Do they allow the tie here? Do they go for the eco round and then go for the full buy next? Because actually PRX, they're not doing too well off for money here either, as Egoist is unable to actually afford a weapon. Brandon's got money to spare, but not enough for a rifle and armor for himself. So both teams' economy actually in a pretty rough spot here. So we'll see how they end up going, but this is going to be a woulda, coulda, shoulda moment where both teams will look back and, well, wish that they had known what their enemies were purchasing.
Well, this is going to be a very, very, very interesting one here, as Brendan will be able to take down RB. If this ties out, then this could be a huge, huge one here. Look, some of the shots coming in, Glow not being able to get, but King and Stacks as well will be able to get Brendan and Redla, but Pandemonium responds as well onto Zest. Let's take a look what is going to be happening from the side of PRX here. Pandemonia looking towards getting some of these really interesting changes here, but no, it's not going to be enough. Egoist will be able to take down onto the side of King.
Yeah, B's clear. They ulted. They know that 2 RA. By the way, 4 sheriffs to start off the round. Yes, we did. We were on board for 1 to miss, I think, 3 sheriff shots, but they immediately cleaned up and responded in force in showers, and now it's going to be a very difficult retake 1v3.
All right, so it's got to be careful there. Communicated very well. Oh, from the side on his flank, King was able to take down JD Faker with a good spray. Match point coming in. This is going to be a very, very closely contested fight between these two teams. Both these teams now, all bets are off, as we do see Zest picking up the operator. Do we see anything coming out from the side of PRX? Very, very interesting cash
situation again. Yeah, I think
for PRX.
They just have to go for whatever they can afford at this point in the match. I don't think they can risk it with a pistol and hope to get an early pick. Not when you know that Vision Strikers are going to be fully kitted out here. It's a bit too risky for them, but 12-10 Hound. Match point for Vision Strikers. That would be PRX out of the tournament, and the Japanese team instead joining us in the playoffs. We will see here how we proceed, as Brandon yet again holding this B short. No one can be peeking him, but look at the spread here. Everyone just so spread out. PRX, I think they're going to be looking for a pick, playing from behind on match points. I guess break point here for them. They need to be very, very careful.
Very nicely done there, coming in from the side of PRX, being able to get that get the spy cam off and get the dart on to Brandon. Immediately gets the 2 smokes down.
Oh, they blew the ulti there, expecting a lot more people to be in garden actually.
And that was definitely a wasted ulti here. Could be a very interesting turn of events here. Look at the flashes coming in. RB immediately takes down Redla, excuse me, and JD Faker will be able to take those stacks in a reply. Does manage to damage one member of VS here. There goes the recon ball. Will they be able to go for it? Nope. There goes a shotgun. Nope. Zest with the operator gets it off. There goes the spike plant. Do we see any more of this? Pandemonia looking the wrong way. Oh my goodness gracious me. This could be over. Blast Hope is going to be on Brandon. As we do see, Crossfire has been set up. I'm pretty sure they do hear him in terms of the audio cues as well. Some of the shots coming off.
They don't want to peek it. They want to play it safe, and that's just that easy. Hound King securing the 2-0. PRX will be eliminated from our tournament here in the Royal Sea Cup. Nicely done, but hey, a very close game. They definitely gave VR a run for their money, and I must admit, I did not expect it, but our Singaporean Lion here definitely roaring in this match, as well as our previous there. It was better showing here after going, well, 6-0, and then following that up with a 1-13 performance this time there. A bit more back and forth, and one hell of an exciting match.
All right, so let's take a look at RB as well as Kings. A lot of the First Bloods, 25, 24 in terms of the kills for King and Stacks. Very impressive coming in from both of these teams. But it was Vision Strikers, the South Korean standout team, that are going to be advancing towards the next stage, the next phase of this tournament. And I do believe that for Vision Strikers, they are going to be breathing maybe a little bit of a sigh of relief here because of just how they had their moments. And I feel that they were able to just bring some of the fights to members of PRX. But I'm not gonna lie, Paper Rex, they are one of the nitty grittiest teams that I've seen thus far, and very well deserving from our Epulze Royal C Cup qualifier first place winner, and of course the winners of the Tech Gi CSC Community Tournament first place winner as well. So definitely big ups for Paper Rex. I do hope to see them come back in the future.
Yeah.
And basically come back with maybe either more improvements, maybe a newer roster or whatsoever. Whatever works for them.
Indeed. I just want to give a few stats here. Right, we did see that post-stat screen, but 11 first bloods here in favor of Vision Strikers, making the site takes just that much easier, right? They just always have the advantage, just that little edge in these opening duels that give you so much more map control. That will be then Blackbird Ignis moving on then into our tournament. So Vision Strikers getting that first spot and Blackbird Ignis in the second. Being eliminated is going to be Paper X and Resurgence. So it's going to be Japan and Korea moving on from Group B.
Well, that's going to be an interesting turn of events. Why don't you guys join us tomorrow for Group C? However, before we close out the show, we would like to thank you guys for joining us from start to finish. For those guys who just joined us, we're very sorry as the stream is about to come to an end. However, our analysts have a few things to say to break down the stats, to break down the cheers and the jeers and why PRX lost but still gave a valiant effort. I'm Hound. He is SeekNStrike, and we will see you again tomorrow from the cast table. Till then, have a great evening.